Today, we play Best of One.
The only one in Best of One.
What? Genius axes!
Ta-da!
Yorian. This is Standard.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena we're playing a deck that I've seen around a little bit here and there. It's a blue-white blink deck and it's a very bizarre take on the archetype, and when it works it's actually really exciting to watch. So this deck is built around, I would say, specifically the card Extraordinary Journey, which says when it enters the battlefield, exile up to X target creatures, and X is double X, so it's like 4 mana if you want to exile 1, for example. For each of those cards, its owner may play it as long as it remains exiled whenever 1 or more non-token creatures enter the battlefield. If 1 or more of them entered from exile or was cast from exile, you draw a card. This ability triggers once each turn. It's a very weird line of text to say that if 1 or more of them entered from exile, and one of the cool things that you can do with this is blink things out of existence, bring them back into existence, Yorian style, and draw cards. But on top of that, if you have the right kind of things like prototypes, which blink out of existence in the prototype mode, but then can return to the battlefield on the fully formed final form mode, now you're both drawing a card and upgrading your creature. So that's the general strategy of the deck, is to play prototypes like Autonomous Assembler, Seal Seraph, and Combat Thresher, blink them with effects like Touch the Spirit Realm and the adventure mode of Twining Twins, and then when they return to the battlefield, they return bigger and stronger. And if you have Extraordinary Journey, where you're drawing cards and you have a value engine while doing it. Nearly everything in the deck, other than the prototypes themselves, assist with making things enter from exile, including Werefox Bodyguard, which can exile your own prototypes or other things, or exile the opponent's stuff. All of that works. Invasion of Gobakhan exiles a card from their hand when Light Shield Array gets cast after removing the counters. That also can trigger it because it's cast from exile. Soul Partition, of course, exiling the opponent's things, and then they cast them from exile and you draw cards. It's kind of a wild value ride, and it's very impressive when it gets going. Fleeting Spirit is one of the more bizarre things in the whole deck. Lots going on here. 1 and a white, 3/1, and this says discard a card, exile the spirit, return it to the battlefield under owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So you're discarding cards to blink this out and then bring it back on end steps, triggering your Extraordinary Journeys. You can do this on each turn. Maybe that doesn't sound exciting to discard an extra land and draw a new card, but once you have 2 or more journeys out, then you start like discarding a card to draw 2 cards every turn, the opponents as well, like 4 cards a turn cycle, new cards that you see. That gets really radical, and this card puts a lot of pressure on opponents too. It's not a 2-drop that's easy to ignore. This whole deck is a little off the beaten path, but when you see it in action, it comes together in a really fascinating way. So I'm excited to show it to you today. So without further ado, let's dive in and let the nonsense begin.
Command Fest Orlando is coming October 20th to 22nd, so get ready for a weekend full of Magic the Gathering in one of the country's premier vacation destinations. Get your tickets now at CommandFestOrlando.com.
When you're on the diamond floor, it's the perfect time to try some weird decks. You know the decks, the ones that you look at and you're like, this will never beat mono red in a million years. You want to be surprised. You hope you're surprised, but maybe wait till you're on diamond floor to do it. Sure. What do these cards do? Well, if you try a new deck, it is written that you will get the epitome of no fun, aka mono blue. Wait, what? Okay, that was unexpected. Filigree Silex. Facade? Somebody else is having fun? I'm confused. I'm very confused. Well, let's start with our 2/2 prototype. Where you gotta be a little careful. But we have sneaky moves. The problem is, our opponent doesn't, like, they can just counter the blink, right? are you doing? They're trying to bounce it. Ooh, and they can't do it. They can't counter it right now. All right. I will Swift Spiral. I will blink my Assembler. And it will come back with 5 mana value. So good luck, Silex. Your 2 counters are no longer useful. And it is now a 4/5. And they bounced it again. Very rude, I will say. Okay, Steel Seraph. So do I have to get rid of this Silex? This exiles creatures. If I get rid of the Silex using a Soul Partition, then play the Assembler, then I get a little more time. I could also just play this for 4 and see what they do. But if I play this for 3, they tap this, untap, blow up my 3, and I can't protect. So yeah, let's just try twinning. Only got 3 cards left. One of them is probably not a counterspell. Okay, they're gonna run their Silex all the way up to 4 using Proliferate. They also have the Facade that can do it. But do they really want to give this up because I have a 4/4 flyer when they know I have an Assembler still? I mean, it only solves one problem. Mono blue Proliferate. What is going on? They should retire the deck based on the fact that they have to manually tap everything. I might. Okay. Main phase Memory Deluge. We haven't seen any counterspells, and that's not the play you make when you run counterspells. And they are going to keep ticking it up. They're going for the 10 damage to any target mode. Huh. Well. Well. We get down the journey and start drawing cards. When a non-token creature enters the battlefield, my opponent doesn't appear to play creatures. It's kind of an issue. All right, I'm gonna just partition their Silex. It seems to be the key to their game plan. Make them cast it again for more. I'm gonna cast the Assembler. We're gonna focus more on pressure. And then we're gonna twin. Yeah, I had a feeling they had something like that, but I'd rather they bounce the Assembler than the twins. And here we go again. They even paid 4 mana for the privilege. They're hitting lands. Play a Journey for 0. Just a little card draw engine, no big deal. Are they gonna give up the Silex? We'll find out. They might pop it for 2 here based on the Assembler being on the field. But so far they've just tried to run it to the moon. Patience. I mean, at some point they have to have like counter spells or something. There you go. Reject Imperfection makes sense. They get the Proliferate. Their life total is not high. You want to take 7? Gotta do something, right? They're gonna thirst. Now they Silex. Nope, they just add the oil counter. Okay, there must be a combo where they double it, right? To deal me 20? There must be something they can do to deal 20. Let's read this again. Remove 10 oil counters from permanents you control and sacrifice it for 10 damage. This enters with 2 oil. Mill X, where X is the number of oil counters on this. Okay. So they can deal 10. Can they do it twice? I don't think so. They're going face. Oh, they can do it twice. It's the virtue. That's how they do it. Clowned. I should have played the other Seraph to gain life. I couldn't think of the thing. Now I know what the thing is. Game 1 was a weirdo deck. Definitely the result there doesn't matter because that deck is kind of a meme, but entertaining enough for sure. We'll try this. Hopefully we'll find land. Keeping a 2-lander on the play, I just prepare myself to be mana screwed every time. In my heart, I'm already mana screwed. And then I'll be happy if I somehow get lucky. Opponent. Wake up! Where are you? Bite me! Okay. Spirit in the house. The Iron Crag, interesting. It's a good way to get around Wandering Emperor, that's for sure. Just go with Vigilance. Don't think the life is gonna matter. Looks like the opponent's playing control, but having your creatures tapped could. Oh, don't pass it back to me. Oh. They're like, oh, dude, turn 3 Wandering Emperor is so sick. Totally gonna get him. Oh my god! What does it do?
I've learned much during my
Makes a
travels.
samurai.
Let me show you.
Hit him with this, and the problem is that they just... what? They wrath? I'll just go Blinkies. We would have to discard a card there anyway. I might as well make the play that gets me the twins over here in the adventure zone. What you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? Yeah, I bet you are. I bet you're thinking.
We must protect the people.
Think, pass. That would be flying. Samurais. Please. I want to try to remove the Seraph. So Seraph, go face. It's possible we're just supposed to go face here because this Emperor isn't doing much, but it is awkward to have to attack it the next turn or else it threatens to use its exile ability. Also, people love to protect their planeswalkers, so a lot of times the emotional damage is just worth it. Like, here they go. They're gonna march this. Yeah, I'm gonna discard this card. I'm gonna just flicker it. Have it ready for next time. So, 3. Congrats, you still have a planeswalker. What else are you gonna do?
I have got new moves to teach you.
I think we just let it all be. Our life total isn't actually in too much danger. Oh, them Esper players, man, their brains start falling apart. Oh, Sunfall. GG. How do we best want to do it? Do we want to save the Werefox Bodyguard or to touch the Spirit Realm? We're going to use both either way. Nice. We weren't even there. Congratulations, Esper. You played yourself.
Until next time, then.
Show us the big plan. Depopulate. Down to one card is kind of rough. This could get countered. If this gets countered, it would be a disaster, right? Because then actually get everything. Whereas discarding it, I keep the fleeting spirit. Yeah, but we need the flyer. We do need the flyer. All right. We risk it for the biscuit. Boom. We back. It got blown out by a number of things, like cut down, go for the throat. Could have blown that situation out. Keep drawing more blinks. My God, this deck must be absolutely infuriating to play against. I should not make this video. Anything else? Oh, Master of Esper? Actually, they're just playing mono white. Their other colors are a sham. Uh-huh. Still mono white.
So long as I am.
Yep, make it fly. Uh-huh.
Will be. Have courage.
I can't even counter that. Takanana. Still no. Still mono white. Easy game. Board wipes and planeswalkers. I scoff at thee. Claudia is almost mythic, but Fleeting Spirit is ready to go. Good taste, good taste. The finest land. The one card I would have missed if there were a rotation. Not even kidding, I don't think. Actually, not lying at all. Otherworldly Gaze. Whoa, almost mythic with what? What the? Putting nothing in the bin? Your top of your deck was just perfect? Impossible. And you've got something. What could it be? Don't know what I'm up against. They have something there. What is it? Could be another gaze, which would be pointless if you're keeping everything. Revelry. Okay. Well, we're going over the top of those, so I don't care. But it shows they were prepared for mono red, weren't they? Caca. I don't think there's a lot of sense in playing another spirit. I think we just pass. They've got to do something about this. If we play another spirit, it just interacts with the ones on the ground, which isn't important. Here we go. Here we go. They're walking right into the trap. Well done. You wrathed yourself. And my creature comes back stronger. I guess I'll just play around a Wandering Emperor. Well, I guess I kind of have a trick if they have an Emperor, but it's not a good trick. Bodyguard, you don't really want to use on your own thing. Now I could twin, but they just Wrath again. We got to be ready for that. Go ahead, Wrath again. Yes! Magic is so freaking easy. Oh, you board wipe enjoyers. If you rely too much on board wipes, you think I would love board wipes because I'm Control Mage. People rely on board wipes way too much. And when they do, they get punished. They're not that good. You want the right number of board wipes. But when your whole game plan is I'm going to board wipe on my board wipe, nah, get wrecked. Ooh, the invasion hand. We'll try it. Will we find manas? We will see. No, no creatures. Makes my job harder. All right, well, we'll probably play a creature on 2. So, I'm gonna get the spirit out there. We got the journey. So we finally have the, quote, combo. But I doubt they're going to leave an invasion undefended anytime soon. Gonna take some tricky tricks for us to invade Gobakhan. But maybe they'll just attack with everything every turn. Like this. The Hopeful Initiate is certainly incentivized to attack, so I think our trick for getting the Gobakhan to happen is to pass turn. They attack with both. We Werefox their next creature. Then we invade, and then we transform it. Yep. It's even better than them attacking, to be honest. I'm sure they feel great about getting that to resolve. But we will punish you. The Gobakhan! So many cards. Brutal Cathar is actually really cool for our deck. Thalia is not. The Thalia thing is a big pain. If they want to tax me, they're gonna have to pay for the privilege. All right, let's get our creatures cooking. There's never usually a point to having a second Fleeting Spirit. Let's just hold up the Soul Partition. I think they might go for the Intrepid Adversary, and messing with that can be fun. They might also go for the Brutal Cathar. Messing with that can be fun. So, let's think. We want to give up the +1/+1 counter. Let the Bodyguard go under the Brutal Cathar. They get back their Knight. They go to combat. We Soul Partition the Brutal Cathar. We get back the Werefox Bodyguard. The Bodyguard exiles one of their things, ambushes the other, but then it dies, right? Because it doesn't have the counter anymore. Yeah, it's right to just do it this way. So the Bodyguard can keep growing in combat. They have a 2/1 now. How many cards do we have in graveyard? 1. Not enough to grow the spirit. Do they attack? They don't. Ooh, they really don't like the idea of me getting counters. So I think we want to play the Journey. Journey exiling what? Initiate? I guess they have to choose a double block. If they double block the Bodyguard, it dies, And then the errant comes back, but I draw. That's probably not worth it. You should probably just use the array. See what they do. If they double block, we sack the array, they lose both officers. That's pretty good. Yeah, that deck with no creatures is not that scary. And they have 3 cards in exile. If they cast any of them, we draw off the journey. There we go. We're going for the bodyguard. We just need to draw another way to get rid of the Cathar and we'll be okay. Opponent gets to flip the board, but it's not that great. What we really need is a way to get one more card in the graveyard, but maybe we just trade this? That can't be terrible. Start with a Thresher. We might draw a Blink spell. We do! Perfect. It's really tempting to hit the Cathar, get back the bodyguard, take the Knight Errant, but I think the right play is going to be to target the Thresher. But let's see what the opponent does when I attack with my Fleeting Spirit. They might just take it. Aggro decks feel really uncomfortable making trades, especially when I have Journey and they have stuff in exile. Yeah, they take it. All right, do we hold the Touch the Spirit Realm? I think we're going to get a card off them on their turn. Let's just tap out. Make sure we get max value this turn because we have this entering from exile. We get 3/3 double striker, we draw, and we draw. That's a lot of land. Thalia, yep. I will draw. That's 3 lands in a row. The one thing, right? Okay. Well, this already triggered this turn, so exiling this doesn't do me much good. Their attacks aren't good. They get thrashed. Threshed. Doubt they want to trade it with a Thalia, though. If I attack with both... Your only first striker is Thalia, so we'll probably kill it. You get to stay relentless. It is a 10-pointer. Opponent takes that deal. Another 4. All right, let's turn one of these into something else. Actually, let's play this spirit and exile this spirit. Because we want to keep the +1/+1 counter. It's making a difference for sure. And then I think we're just holding all these lands. We're going to draw another card anyway. We might have to exile 2 things, but we have 2 lands. Yeah. Oh, I should have put white open. We might draw a Blink spell. Okay, not punished. Virtue. The 5-mana kind. Scary. Things are going to start growing. I also should have had white open for first strike. It's a big mistake. All right, they have not... They don't attack, and they have not played a card from exile this turn, so we want the card. So much land. Touch the Spirit Realm. We should get some exiling done. I think we got you. It's all the avalanche coming down. Growls can't block. That'll do. kind of amazing that we were able to keep the mono white deck on their back foot for so long. All the blinky stuff really throws people off. On the play, Fleeting Spirit, Double Journey. Maybe we'll finally get to do Double Journey combo. Don't duress me, Alyssa. I know you have a Bolus avatar, but don't duress me. Hopeful Initiate, sure. Ooh. Is this Spirit or is this Assembler? Last time playing the Spirit early turned out to be really good, and especially with a Seraph. Let's go for it. Then we just need to draw one more land and we can start journeying the opponent's creatures, setting them back that way, while doing Seraph Fleeting Spirit to stay ahead on life. And then we start drawing a bunch of cards after we get Double Journey down. Yeah, that's a good attack. Opponent should be trying to trade there. And they don't value me. It's a miracle. Give them the flying. We saw that some life total pressure went a long way in the last game. They Brutal Cathar me here. All I gotta do is draw land, but they're going for the Knight, which they did that last time too, right? And that was how we like pressured them. And they whiff? Unreal. That's the land. We're doing it. Well, they can cast this from exile with Convoke if they want to reroll. Now, they don't have any blockers, so lifelink makes sense. Do I want to draw a card? Nope. We could just cycle one of these basically into the journey, but our hand is good. We've got an Adeline. We got a recruitment officer. Okay, let's... Do I want to cycle something now? I liked my hand before. Do I still like my hand? I don't know when I'm going to play this assembler. I'm going to pitch it. There's another land. All right, give this flying. And now the fully operational battle station starts to set in. As we draw 2 cards now. And we have a blocker up. Ooh. They scoop it. I guess they just can't stop the assault in the air, because while all that value is happening, we're still just hitting them for 6 in the air until they die. So we take those. On the play, the go firsts are happening, and it is nice. Let's not take that away ever. Strel, turn 1. All right, game on. Fleeting Spirit. I'm sure they'll have a blocker next turn, but I'm not sure they'll want to trade it. Oh yeah, brutal. That is not what we want to see. Oh, but we drew the bodyguard. But they have a Skrelv. Skrelv really messes that up. Pressure it is. Perfect curve for the opponent so far. But let's see. Are they going to attack here? No. Touch the Spirit Realm can be channeled for 2. Don't have any way to get up in the air to get this flipped, and I really need to flip it. That Skrelv. I should probably just say go and make them act. If nothing else, I can like bodyguard my Thresher, block, bring back Thresher. I can also use the channel. But we're definitely looking at blinking our own stuff because of that silly Skrelv. Okay, opponent wants some. Touch the Spirit Realm, baby. I need the card, I need the 3/3 double striker. Hopeful. And play out the stuff. This is where all the little dorks that didn't quite fit into the curve come down. Been there before, seen it before. Land off the top. Another touch the Spirit Realm. At some point, I think we have to try getting rid of the Skrelv so we can target their other things. Or keep blinking this to draw. We could also just play the Journey. Start getting more value from it. Yeah, I think setting back the Skrelv actually is the play. Then they might have a huge attack. I accept. Five mana to deal with a Skrelv. Cringe. If they have an Anthem, worst case scenario for sure. They have a backup. They didn't have to cast the one from exile. That's cold. And maybe Convoking here? We've overcome the Convoke before, but here they just have too much going on, I think. And we never had the Seraph to try to hit this invasion to transform it to throw them off. Alright, they'll have an Anthem for next turn. We have to be ready to blink that. And we're going to need more board. Nothing. Alright. Is there anything I don't have time for? I could invade to tax the Anthem, and then I'd still have Touch the Spirit Realm open. But we need to play our cards that target their creatures next turn. I'm deciding whether or not to flicker the Spirit to draw. Is there something here that's useless? I actually think Invasion is useless. I'm growing a little impatient with me, but trust me. Trust me, if I'm going to get back in this, I need a lot to go right, so I'm going to play it. So we take their Adeline, and then we flicker this in combat. Decent chances, right? But we don't have enough white. We're actually white bottlenecked, which is horrible. Huh. How do we deal with that? I guess we have to use both Touch the Spirit Realms, but the Thalia throws that off. We can't use both Touch the Spirit Realms. God. It's rough. It's really rough. It was looking like a pretty good game, and nothing lined up well. Can I defend myself if I get rid of the Adeline? I still have to be able to deal with the Anthem. Playing another one of these is rarely the solution. I don't have another way to see another card here. Ugh, we could get in the air and swing for 6, but then I can't blink it. It's the 3 islands that have screwed it all up. I guess I have to be ready for the double channel. And I have to discard something here. We're gonna miss this land drop too? Ugh. A lot we can do. Oh, look at you. Are you giving me this? Is that a gift? All right. 2 Dees blockers. An Adeline that has 5 toughness, though. If I trade that with the Thresher, how well off am I? I'm at 19. Does this trade with anything good? Not really. I mean, I'm still in a terrible position. Come and get it. My Thresher will at least kill something. They can't grow the initiates. Well, oh wait, yeah, they can. They can attack with a recruitment officer. Okay. Maybe. They think I take a while. Wow, they bail? Interesting. All right, card is a journey. And their Skrelv is tapped. Well, at least journey is something we can cast off our limited mana. But it's 5, which means I don't have a lot of mana for anything else. But double journey's real nice. All right. Adeline, get out. Cards. We're trying. We're digging. But I don't think we're going to have the time. Just doesn't look likely. Too many things didn't go our way. They have been erring on the side of super conservative. If they pull that, like if they stay that conservative, give me time, maybe we'll surprise them. You can tell they're really off balance against us. Yeah, they're still doing it. Are they planning to use their counters to kill something? Ah, that's their trick? Okay. I mean, that's... I see why they do it, but that's pretty small ball. I guess I'll kill one of these. And now, what card do we not have time for? Feels like it's the Seraph. Although Seraph adds to board, Twins is really expensive. Doesn't look like the opponent's gonna play anything from exile to help us out. So we need the cards. The engine is rolling. They should probably try harder. But now they're... I think they're now gun shy about their Skrelv. Five cards in graveyard, so this still has first strike. We gotta start chipping in. This is how we do it. This is how we begin to hit our opponent. Draw. Draw. But with our soul partition unable to hit, will we get out of this one? They're going for another adversary. That's really good. Are they going to keep being shy? Are they going to use that Skrelv? They're mathing. Oh, they sent Skrelv as well. They actually sent Skrelv as well. I think that's a bodyguard then. This is the best target. Okay, 3-4. So if we do like this, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Could block. The thing is, we don't want to block the Skrelv because they're just going to play this one, right? So killing the Skrelv is a little pointless, as opposed to killing a token. Do I have time for another journey? Unclear. Well, I can exile multiple things. Is it better than a partition? I think it is in this case. But yeah, I think we'll let the Seraph go. Right, down to 5. They get that back. Trigger, trigger. Draw, draw. They pass. Bleeding Spirit is still here. So it's 1, 2, 3, then 1 and 2. And I have 1 mana left. And I exile the adversary and the Knight Errant, I think. Yeah, I could exile both adversaries and then hit with this, and this could have Vigilance. You can recast those. It's going to be a tough block for this no matter what. Maybe it's just lifelink, so it doesn't have to block. And return and draw 3. And we'll see if the opponent can get there. See if they play an adversary. If they have the untapped land, I think they get there. Oh no, it's exactly enough, isn't it? Or is it? It is. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. But like I said, we were just too far behind that whole game. Too far behind. Now, if I had gained the 3, I still wouldn't have the blocker. So what could I do differently? I don't see it. Let me know in the comments. And we are back for the post-game wraps, looking at the stats on MTGA. Nope. Untap.gg. I flash back a few years in time. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we went 4-2, and 0% on the draw is pretty funny. It means we were on the play a lot, which is always good for your win rate. Wow, 5 games in a row on the play. I didn't know we could do that. That's insane. This deck is pretty wild, and it's different. When it's performing well, it's a lot of fun. When it's not performing well, sometimes you're like, what am I doing with my life? I will tell you, honestly, I've had a few games like that. But overall, is this true as well? Did we play mono white 4 times? Matchmaker is fine. This is fine. But I do think that the deck has not some what I would call like deep competitive legs, but it's a tricksy deck. And now that there's a video made on it, it will probably be harder to pull one over on your opponents, so to speak. But it is a deck that can perform well. And when it pops, it pops. So if you're looking for something to change it up, if you don't want to do the same blue-white control or soldiers and you want to play something a little off the normal path, then I do encourage you to try this out. The first time it was played against me, I was like, what the hell is going on? The first time I played it, I was like, ooh, that's really cool. And then, you know, as you play it more and more, you realize it's got some limitations. But it is certainly good for that little adrenaline rush if you're down with crafting some prototypes along the way. Also, it's giving me some technology for Commander. Quick, not Historic Brawl. Don't get that twisted. Quick Commander corner. Like in casual Commander, I'm not talking about competitive Commander. In casual Commander, where your playgroup still believes in cards like Solemn Simulacrum and they board wipe a lot, one of the best ways to win, one of the biggest tricks to the format, in my opinion, is using your opponent's board wipes against everyone but you. If they put the board wipe on the stack and everybody else gets blown out, but you still have stuff, you're probably going to win the game. And obviously, Commander players know Teferi's Protection is the name of the game, but I keep looking for more things that do a similar thing to Teferi's Protection. And Touch the Spirit Realm was on my radar for a while, so is March of Swirling Mist. Slip Out the Back are cards I play a lot that other people don't. Well, I got a new one from this deck, Twining Twins, because that exile effect that leaves the creature out of play until the end of the turn to dodge the sweeper big evil board wipe effect that happened, that's really cool. So I'm going to use this in I have many blue and white Commander decks. I'm going to start giving this one a look there because, yeah, pretty good. Also having a flyer with Vigilance. Vigilance is super underrated in Commander. It's a really good ability. Yeah, I think that this has some Commander legs. So yay, Commander corner complete. Are you still here? Did you leave? Did you leave? Well, thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next one. You're cool.
New discoveries await as we venture down into the lost caverns of Ixalan. All pre-orders come bundled with a brand new exclusive CovertGoBlue dinosaur token. Every single sealed product, Commander deck, bundle, everything that's coming with the new set gets upgraded with a new CovertGoBlue token for free. Get your pre-orders in and see what awaits at the center of Ixalan. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.